finally on my way to the shop, but in typical fashion, on my way to the shop, there's a ton of traffic. Pretty much the tuner said he thinks I have a corrupted file on my computer, so we're gonna get a new computer, try that out. Hopefully that solves the no rev problem, and hopefully we can get a first drive at least. Probably not tonight because the shop is like an hour from my house. By the time I get back, it'll be dark and real hard to film. So hopefully tomorrow we'll get that first drive in and we get all these bugs out. Alright guys, so just left the shop. We got a new ECU and a new startup tune. So once I get home, I'm gonna plug it up and we're gonna give her a go. Hopefully that solves the no rev problem, and we'll go from there. So I'm sure you guys want to know how I got the car to rev. Bad ECU. So after searching for hours and hours and hours on the interweb, on all the forums and talking to several people, I came to the conclusion that the ECU that I had, or as GM calls it, the PCM that I had, was faulty. So I go to the shop yesterday and they gave me another PCM to try. They put a new tune on it. So pretty much a startup tune just to see if I would get any kind of changes. And what do you know? That is my problem, as simple as that. Okay, so how I determined this. I checked over multiple different things. Map sensor, vacuum leaks, O2 sensors, throttle position sensor, IAT sensor, or IAT, idle air control sensor, all of them, and to a known good motor. I have a 5.3 over here that has sensors on it, so I kind of picked and choose from some of them. I do have some of my old sensors from the GTO that I tried on there. All of them known to be working, and nothing would change on the BMW. I had plenty of fuel pressure. You name it, I went through it. So I even added the GTO fuel pump just to make sure I had plenty of fuel pressure to maintain the engine, since this is a lot bigger displacement than the M50 that was in here. So we came to the conclusion that the ECU was bad. So what we did was we put a base tune on it. I got home yesterday. I didn't actually do it yesterday. I did it today, as you just seen. Plugged up the new PCM and cranked her up and seen if she revved. Now she is cold, so I did give it a light rev, but she revs up. So shout out once again, I said it multiple times in my videos, but once again, shout out to J&S Performance. They came through once again for me on the ECU. JR specifically, thank you buddy, really appreciate everything you guys do. So we should, once we get the break-in mileage on the clutch and the flywheel, we're gonna take it in for a street tune, and we're gonna have some fun. So I have 500 miles to get done with the just driving around normal to break in the clutch and the flywheel, and then we could go ahead and get a street tune and get a little rowdy on this thing. But first, I'm gonna pull it out of the garage. It echoes really, really loud, especially with the exhaust setup on it. It's borderline open headers right now. It does have a muffler, but they're really, really small. They don't actually muffle that much. And it echoes in the garage, so I'm sure my neighbors hate the echoing part. They're cool with the car and everything, but the echoing makes it a lot louder than it seems, so we're gonna pull it out on the driveway. Okay guys, I ran out of fuel. I was just running it, trying to get the thermostat to open up so I could keep adding coolant, and eventually I will throw the pressure tester on there to make sure I got coolant everywhere. I don't got any kind of air jackets in the head or anything like that. And yeah, so I ran out of fuel, ran and got 5 gallons real quick. I'm gonna fill the tank up, and then we're gonna run it. We're gonna make sure my fans are kicking on properly. They are set at 190 degrees, so it has to sit and idle for a little bit before the fans will kick on. Hopefully that works, and then we're gonna go for the first drive. I have a solution of why my O2s weren't reading. So with LS cars, if you put the O2 sensor too close to an open header, or yeah, to the opening of an open header, you pretty much won't get signal on your O2 sensors. You'll end up frying them pretty much. So I got to put new O2 bungs close to the collector of the header and not so close to the exit of the exhaust. I know the exhaust is super short, so I actually have to move it closer to the engine, otherwise you get no signal on the O2 sensor. So I gotta weld them in, so I gotta drill a hole, weld them in, install the O2 sensors, which are brand new, and we're good to go on that aspect. Let's get it. Alright guys, got my first hole drilled. On this bad O2 sensor, you just got to make sure this guy will fit in here nice and good. Now I just got to put some sort of clamp on there to hold my bung, and then I'm going to tack weld it around here. Alright guys, got the first one tacked on. You guys can see that. Kind of nasty, but it works. It is what it is. Now I got to do that side. Alright guys, got the O2 bungs welded in there, as you can see. Not the prettiest welds because it's a flux core, so you literally, how I do it is I just tack weld in sequence all the way around. It's just a cheap welder, so I could get a lot of this stuff done. I definitely want to invest in a TIG welder so I could really learn how to do the pretty welds, and then do like nice pie cuts and all that cool stuff, all the cool turbo stuff and header stuff you see online. I would love to learn that, so maybe in the future that's what I'm going to be learning, but for now I'm just learning on a flux core and it's getting the job done for whatever I need. I did make the cross member with the flux core, so anyway, we got the O2 bungs on there. Now I could put on my new O2 sensors and the new O2 sensor harness and clean up this engine bay, put the rest of the exhaust on. O2 sensor should read now since it's a lot closer to the head itself, and they should be able to pick up quite a bit more heat from the engine itself. So with that being said, let's get back on it. Alright guys, it's like midnight and I'm super tired, but I think we're good to go for tomorrow. This is what we got here. Yeah, I think we're good to go for tomorrow. So we're going to try to get in the first drive tomorrow. Okay guys, so you guys just experienced the first drive with me. Obviously a few kinks still in the car that I gotta figure out, but she runs, and she runs pretty decent. A lot of torque, so I'm super excited about that. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. Thanks for the support. We just made it to 4,000 subscribers, and I couldn't have did it without all you guys, so thanks again. We'll see you on the next video.